Okay. We just killed the thing. Well, I didn't. I didn't do shit.
Can we all not find?
So is it just
something
is
like that
the spectre just gone, or did it leave its armor?
There's nothing of worth.
Okay.
By any chance, leave any valuables?
So we're in a throne room.
There's a puddle of ectoplasma. That's it.
I lick it now.
It's not.
I die.
It's not good for wizards. I don't know what's with the accent.
Is ectoplasma good for wizards?
Okay.
I mean, I don't mean to drink, but to alchemy.
You think it might be useful in alchemy if you have a vial?
I know.
for
I
it.
guess I do, but I just.
I guess.
I don't. No, I'm fine. I'll start scooping all the ectoplasma into this vial.
I go, ew.
Yeah,
What are you
sorry.
doing?
Sorry.
It's almost robbery in nature, like when you. It's almost wanting to be pulled back out of the vial.
Oh, gross! And I stop it.
Yes.
It's nice to see the dragon so unaffected.
The dragon has no fear of ectoplasm.
No, but he has manners.
Let's
Let's investigate.
So that would be
Great.
5.
It's made of stone with a old battered cushion.
I shall check it for traps.
Also, what were you
Do it.
scooping up there?
Goo. Ghost. Goo.
That was a ghost? Wait,
Oh, right.
did we kill the ghost?
I assumed there was a ghost because there was ghost goo on the floor.
I killed the ghost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, the lady ghost?
No, another ghost. A hobgoblin ghost.
That's more than
I killed the hobgoblin.
a hobgoblin ghost.
Just whilst
We are dealing with a necromancer.
That's true. Okay,
Right.
let's.
Sorry,
I whispered
checking?
at it from a distance.
Will that be an investigation?
Yeah.
Because I get advantage on those as well.
Okay.
If it's traps.
Yeah, sure. And you are investigating
So
the
you
place.
check for traps, and if it's not, you sell it.
That's 17 for trap investigation.
You notice that there has been laid a trap, but it has been turned inert.
Alright, what kind of trap is it?
Some sort of thunder-based spell.
The old thunder ass.
It's
The thunder ass trap where you sit on the throne and you're electrocuted.
oh, it's,
Wait, the thunder. You're blown off it, probably.
it's essentially a magic whoopee cushion that also kills you.
and also
in my day-
blows you off it. So nothing like it.
In my day, we called that a spark that ass.
It's badass.
Pretty good.
All right, let's.
I think we're rubbing off on him.
Yeah.
So I suppose we should check that room opposite the stage.
Yeah, alright, can we just go a little bit slower now? I know we're all in a hurry for some reason.
Because
But
I missed a ghost, and I'm
I open the door.
I
I hang back.
because Finian almost died, so
And he starts feeling to great right now. He was late for the party.
Finian is still super fucked.
yeah. Maybe he shouldn't.
Well, we have those.
I don't know.
Feeling, didn't we? But that
They
doesn't
won't,
matter.
I don't. Do I know that they won't help him? Like, what does Finian?
Yeah,
like,
you
is there a
would
physical
know.
effect from the life drain.
You believe that it's like it has literally taken some of his life essence away from him.
Yep.
He looks
boy.
pale, like his eyes are like sunken in, the black
Finian's all
black
fucked
bags.
over.
What time of day is it?
Well, it's about midday at this
Oh.
point.
It's not time to take a long rest, but we
Maybe no. Just can we just please just take it slower and then Finian, you can hang back
Right.
Yeah.
That's
in
probably true.
case.
So-
I do have my darts still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need to
I-
find the necromancer, right?
True.
Well, these are the only places that we haven't explored yet.
Right. Okay. No, I'm not saying we don't explore. I'm just saying slowly,
So
carefully.
yeah, we walk. Have we checked this room? Has anyone found anything?
Have we?
Ghost Probably the Thunder Us.
Again,
Trap.
There's no
the
trap.
place is basically bare. There's nothing
Oh,
like
boy.
to find anything.
At least it's not out there.
I was there as well, but I wasn't gonna go for it.
No, I don't give a hoot.
Nah. All right, let's check the big room opposite the stables there.
You notice that it has been separated into several rooms, but these walls are fallen down. Like, so
Are they load-bearing walls?
no.
Good.
That's good.
So should we just investigate this room to see if there's anything of note?
I do think we should.
And the streak
Well,
continues.
you're not there, are you?
18.
Should I do trap? I'll do trap.
18, you see that there have been some like chests and so forth, but they have been emptied.
Deception 15.
There are some empty chests around here.
Right. I rolled a 15 for traps. Trap check.
There's no traps in this area. You believe that it has been used like some sort of living quarters, so a trap will be
No, I know.
quite
Some of
hazardous.
these traps were sort of put in later.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That's
Again, all the traps that you have found are of an like old, almost ancient origin.
Right, okay. And magical, right? They've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
magical.
yeah.
right. Let's check the tower to closest to the throne.
Kick in the door! Hounds!
Tapestries decorate
I like
the
it.
walls of this room. Although they may once have been brilliant in hue, they now hang in graying tatters. Despite the damage of time and neglect, you can perceive once grand images of wizards' towers, magical beasts, and symbols of spellcasting.
Wizard porn.
Jeg synes, at jeg går lige på væggen.
Tapestries.
Oh yeah, that's what I
Oh no.
Wizard porn. You say.
So wizards are sort of shut-ins usually, and they don't really get aroused by sort of normal things, but more like kind of just like magic and shit really gets them going off.
So they're neats, basically.
All right.
Yep.
You can make an investigation check or an arcana check in order to like
I'll make
take a look at the tapestries.
21.
Oh, okay. Again,
22.
Always hard.
you two know that you learned, quite to your surprise, that the symbols actually is a sort of a way of learning a spell. Even somebody not usually able to cast a spell might be able to cast it. You also know, due to the high roll, that this spell is Sacred Flame. And you're also pretty sure that once a person has learned it, the symbols will disappear and cannot be learned by any others.
So the tapestries do this.
Yes, it has been hidden within the tapestries.
Okay. Do we need to take them down to do it? Or can we
No, again, a person can look at the symbols and like learn how to cast a spell.
Okay. Well,
If we want to learn.
I give that information onto the others. That's
what
bizarre.
What is Sacred Flame?
Sacred flame.
It's probably something with
Arcana, if you want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
But it's not-
22.
God.
Only 18.
You know that this usually tends to be some sort of cleric spell where you create radiant light on a creature that you can see within range, and it would then cause radiant damage if they fail the save in game mechanics terms.
That would have been great against.
And you also know, due to your high roll, that the target gains no benefit from cover
Whoa.
because it's like appearing out of the above.
Does anybody
So
Anybody want that spell?
feel like
I wouldn't mind
1d8 radiant.
lighting.
someone? Yeah.
I wouldn't mind lighting some fools, but don't know if
I think just in case someone who does not have any magic damage already might benefit from.
Oh, I
that.
definitely think it should be either the magic use.
Yeah, because I mean, my attacks will start becoming magic later on. I know this.
I mean, yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
perfect sense.
And I mean, we don't know this, but you're going to do an Elder's Knight thing.
Mr. Spark, how would you like to be able to cast spells?
And purge, literally.
Spells.
Singular.
Not interested.
He's
Espen!
right. I will learn me some magical things.
Okay, you learn now Sacred Flame.
My brain.
Yeah, basically.
If you want to write it down.
You'll need to pick a spellcasting ability, which can be your Wisdom, Intelligence, or Charisma.
Well, I'll take intelligence then. Am I proficient in it?
Yeah, it has been made so that an unlearned person can become proficient with this spell.
Sweet. I'm the best.
You are unlearned.
Do your character worship any particular god or deity?
No. Now that I can.
Now you actually have a ranged attack.
Is that all that's in here?
Yeah,
Plus,
know
it's
what
going to
the
be
range
super
is?
duper good against ghosts or specters.
I believe it's 90 feet. No, 60 feet.
Right. Let's move to the fourth tower,
Yes.
which is my
You see, inside this room, a skeleton dressed in moth-eaten garb lies before a large open chest in the rear of this chamber. The chest is seemingly empty, but you know 2 needles projecting from the now open lock. Dust coats something sticky on the needle's points.
Sticky.
Don't touch the needles.
You believe that with the medicine check you can discern what kind of...
I'll do it. So everybody, stand back! Okay, I'll do a medicine check then. So I'll go up and I'll just...
Yeah, again, you can just from seeing it, maybe even like having some kind
sniff
of implement.
Can I sniff it?
Yeah.
You can finger it.
No. Ooh, 23.
Oh. This is some sort of inert poison which you are quite certain has killed the would-be thief.
But it's inert.
Yes.
I lick it out of
Taste of strawberries and licorice?
Strawberries, licorice, and death.
Alright.
You can roll a perception check to see if there's anything else worthy of note in the room.
Like a trapness to it?
Maybe. Again, you believe that the trap has been sprung.
That was a trap. Okay, I'll just do perception.
Oh boy.
13.
13, that's
not.
You don't find anything else.
Really bad.
Just saving them up for later.
So bad, man.
Alright,
So bad.
well, I don't have any. I think
Again,
it's safe.
the rest of you can also check if you want
Yeah.
to.
I don't have any sort of experience with
19.
lock picking.
19. You walk over to the chest and you see some fine blue powder at the bottom of the chest.
I
Oh, then
found
the chest is open.
some.
Yeah.
I should do it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you think that maybe a group of thieves have been inside and then they left him behind.
I found some blue powder.
Try to roll an arcana check.
An arcana check.
It's
Those who are checking the powder.
That's
I
13.
can.
That's enough. You believe that with using this powder, and if you have a powerful enough spellcaster that you, maybe even a trained blacksmith, you might be able to improve a weapon or an armor with this powder. At least half the cost of what it will usually cost in terms of components.
Shit.
I tell
Oh, it's
all of
tiny.
this to these people.
Well, it's sort of an enchanting help thing.
You believe that it might be some sort of remnant of a previous object that had been inside the chest that are giving off, and then you can use that to like reforge a new weapon or armor or something like that.
I tell you then this.
Excuse me?
This is the thing that it does.
In Brandine, you know that in order for someone to be able to do so, they would at least have to be some sort of 3rd level spellcaster.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm already sort of taking care of all the potion needs of the group and the traps and shit.
Yes.
So maybe someone else should sort of take.
You don't need to be fingering anything else of this.
No. Also, I mean, okay, I know that sort of I'm perhaps the most versatile spellcaster, but these 2 motherfuckers are also incredibly capable magic users.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome.
Very, very nice of you.
So
I will keep it.
But I will absolutely give someone a vial so they can sort of
Sure.
pick it. Anyone?
I'll do it then.
Yeah.
I'll keep it on
Alright,
me.
you
So a vial of blue powder.
Yeah,
Am I the
you
only-
can write a +1 enchantment on it
Okay.
in brackets.
Am I the only one who's noticed a distinct lack of the necromancer we're supposed to kill?
I'm a bit. Stairs.
You actually also in the room. I forgot to mention.
See a necromancer standing in the corner.
In the corner of the
a
round
staircase leading down.
Oh boy. I'm less concerned by the lack of necromancer now.
How about you guys go first? I will be right.
And what's
behind.
weird is the fact that you can see light coming from the staircase. Some sort of torch light.
Ranger to range the place.
Just really.
Do we know who has ownership of this?
Guys.
Do we know who has ownership of this property?
Nobody. It has been abandoned for a millennia.
I actually have a suggestion regarding this place.
Yeah.
The 40-odd refugees we brought along could potentially live here and they would be protected. This is, after all, a keep for 40 to 50 people, according to the Dragon. This would give them a home and they would not burden the city,
I think
thereby not requiring any funds from your family.
That is a very good plan.
They would have a project in restoring it to its former glory.
That is
once we have cleared it of any hostile
Exactly.
entities.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So that seems like a long term.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
But it would be a project for them to begin immediately
okay.
upon our clearing of this place.
Can we talk about it later? Again?
Of course.
Can I just
We can-
point out,
yeah.
I'm very surprised that Spark is the one coming with this idea.
Yeah, you know. Spark has a good idea.
Hey now, Sparks and nose.
Sometimes sparks of brilliance.
Anyways,
Ah,
you were looking for this necromancer.
Yes, let's.
Sorry,
I
just
have-
army. Groan.
Why is it weird that there's light down the stairs?
Because you haven't seen any.
Oh, so there's.
That's okay, yeah.
This is the only lights we've seen.
Yeah.
So there's definitely something down there that needs light to survive. So something alive.
Wait, what?
Or just to see.
With the baba?
Well, okay, need lights to see as opposed to
Alright,
undead.
okay. Yeah.
Cliche.
Alright, still laughing. I start walking
Or
down the stairs.
Or as opposed
That
to
fucking
elves.
is from there now.
That's
And I would
classic
like to be checking for traps down the stairs as well.
Sure. Ron?
Did we take a
Oh boy.
short rest?
Ooh, that's not good.
You believe there
Is it investigation or perception? If I'm kind of
We did
Investigation.
yes, that's 2 more.
Because you are actively like looking for traps.
That's 9.
I wanted so much to say, yeah, there's a trap now. But no, you don't see anything.
Okay.
Well, you don't see anything. So you,
I thought
you just go.
It is within your power to create traps on the fly.
Yeah, but that would be douchey to do it when you fail.
I wouldn't know.
The only one that fails.
We are downstairs.
Oh, we're downstairs.
This is the great downstairs.
What's the light situation?
You can easily see.
There's torches.
Yeah.
Alright, I suggest that we get into some form of formation
Yes.
and then start making our way down.
That's a very good idea.
I will bravely protect the rear.
Thank you.
I'll go first.
He'll go first.
I
I
can
will. I will join Spark at the front.
Alright, I'll be sick and fiddle.
I'll be first fiddle.
No,
That's fine. Okay, I'll be.
You can be second core fiddle.
I'll be second core fiddle.
And Panon, are you okay with taking up the back with Finian?
That's fine.
The
The rear.
I think the band analogy has fallen apart.
Oh.
I wasn't trying to do a bad round.
So, yeah.
Well, that's standard expression.
I realized, but he kept going. So.
Well, I mean, so can we see the
You can see the statues. You can roll a religion check to.
I mean,
Regine! Nope.
That is 21.
There we go.
You can see a statue with the one on the right side depicting Arkon, who is a god of the afterlife. More, he's basically the god of the eternal slumber. He's like his followers tend to like trying to protect people from being raised from the dead and so forth.
Well, this is ironic.
Yes, and you also see what's her name, Jikala, who is also a god of the undead. Rather of the dead, who hates the undead like with a passion.
Okay.
Jikala withGhikala.
Oh, GH.
So I informed
And
him
then
of the
someone
item.
You also know with the high roll that they usually, when they depict it like that, it's to protect those who rest, i.e. a crypt of some sort, maybe.
So this is interesting.
It's like things aren't really making sense here.
I was feeling they were sending mixed messages.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if I was a necromancer, wouldn't I destroy statues of gods that are essentially
basically his antithesis.
Yeah.
But maybe he or she just doesn't care.
Definitely she.
Oh yeah.
It's a she.
Exactly. Maybe she doesn't give a fuck.
That's true. But except we saw a statue that had been destroyed.
But that's maybe just time.
That was just eroded from the.
Oh,
It might just be to spite them.
Yes.
Oh, maybe it's like kind of
that makes sense. That would be a good idea. Should we check the rooms or should we go straight for the?
I don't see much point in dallying.
But on the other hand, I really don't want anything coming out of those rooms and surprising us.
Or
Things taking us in the rear that might be.
that's always uncomfortable.
No, I mean that wasn't. I wasn't trying to be facetious.
Yeah,
there.
you
was.
were.
No, I wasn't. No.
I'm alright with that.
I think because since our monk is a bit under the weather, us being ambushed might be a problem.
Alright. If you
I mean, we could at least open the doors to see if there's anything in there.
And if there's not, just shut the door.
Essentially, we don't actually need to check it before before we.
Nope.
Roll an intelligence check.
who?
All of you.
Problem, it's just
Straight up.
Just the right.
That's not
And that's gonna be 21.
Oh,
good.
17.
8! Fenian can't think right now.
Fucking Christ.
Anything above 10,
Yeah, okay.
oh boy.
you have noticed that whenever you have entered a room where there have been skeletons, they just start to animate when you enter the room or in a close proximity of them.
Oh,
Do
that's
skeletons
So-
have like a default setting?
You believe that it might have been some sort of ritual or trap, maybe, to like animate them whenever someone approaches who have not been allowed.
Well, if that's the case, then I think it's safe to just venture into the big room.
I agree.
Let's go for the big room then.
Yeah.
I'm. You seem.
No, I'm checking for traps. That's what I'm
Yes,
doing.
do it.
Whilst we're walking down the hallway, I'm checking for traps. Is that perception then more? Kind of trying to sort of look ahead.
If you're trying to look ahead, yeah, I would say perception.
Alright, okay.
And there's plenty of
Hey.
light, so we could see.
23. That doesn't matter, I'm a dwarf.
Yeah, you notice a trap, actually.
Oh yeah, but
Um,
we're.
And again, I'm not making this up. You notice like
see past
there's this weird floor tile that doesn't fit with the rest. It's these large floor tiles. Did you believe that if one had stepped on them, it would have just fallen?
Oh. That's a fucking trap, that is.
And I've been checking for
I
traps
stopped.
all day.
That tile. We shouldn't step on that tile.
Right.
I don't step on that tile.
You're welcome.
Again,
Alright.
it's
Thank
quite
you.
easy to maneuver around it.
Okay, let's
go.
Let's do that then.
Remember, don't step on that tile.
I will. I will
Does
not.
everybody know which tile I'm speaking of? It's that one, the one that's sort of slightly erased.
Oh yeah, the obvious one, yeah. Oh, I mean,
I walk up to the tile and I don't step on it, but I just kind of
Again, you
push
have
it.
a quarterstaff, so you can.
Oh yeah, that's much smarter after that.
That's
Oh, did it just?
No, you don't hear the sound of it hitting something.
even worse. Isn't
That's
it?
fucked.
That's a deep hole right there. That's a very
You
deep
can
hole.
roll an encounter.
Do you know that everything
Okay.
you say sounds...
19.
19. You're pretty
20.
No.
Nice.
You're pretty sure that someone has cast a spell that simply creates this loop that if you fall in, you will just keep falling the same distance and just repeat it.
What?
That's some pretty high level magic right there.
That seems, yeah.
That's Oh yeah, that's no good then.
Let's.
Are there anything we need to get rid of that
There's intelligence modifier.
we should do? We should keep this place in mind in case we ever find anything we need to get rid of. Then we can just rub it down this hole.
Well, if we're going to place the villagers or whomever in here, we should probably warn them.
Yeah, I don't think he was going straight for just plugging them all down the hole.
Well, they're occupied.
Forever. Till they.
Alright, sorry.
At what point do you think you just stop being scared of falling and just go, well, this is our life now, and then you just establish a falling society?
That's the thing somewhere.
You need to write a book about that.
Alright.
Oh, sorry,
I
I
got
broke you.
super distracted.
Alright, let's press on to the big room.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we can't really see it's a big room, but...
And I need to get up again.
To the door!
To the door! To the wall! To the wall!
To the sweat dripping from my... Oh, wait.
To the sweat drips from my bod. Oh shit, it's three-dimensional.
Fuck!
For anyone listening, this is again
Very awesome.
And three-dimensional. Sorry, three-dimensional.
Just fall into the
Just
three-dimensional.
I can't not do it.
Just stay in character.
Just
it's
come
much
sucks.
easier.
It sucks eternally.
It's just so great.
You made a horrible mistake, didn't you? The first session there.
Yeah.
Should have just spoken like a normal person.
Ja, det er ligesom, jeg hørte et klip fra
What
en ting der, hvor jeg tror, det er spark, eller Fanny er der i en kasse, så wow. Who closed it? You did. Okay. Well, I'm not a fucking idiot then, so I didn't nail it in place.
And you see, placed on the top of this platform or stairs.
Sorry.
On top of the stairs, you see.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You see three people standing in front of an altar. A gruff-looking dwarf in black armor, a helmet covering the top half of his face, and a beard, grey and white, covering the bottom. A disheveled Lucan with a wide, eerie grin, almost gnollish. And finally you see a woman, a tiefling, standing looking at the altar, muttering something. And you see in her hand a staff where there's this orb. Even for my use standing, you recognize some of the sites inside this orb as a location within Toothspire.
Did you say a
Is it the tiefling from earlier?
No,
Okay.
it's not.
Ah, that was
Different
level.
You racist, they don't all look alike.
Well, I never seen the one.
We've met one tiefling, so
Yes, true.
I look back at Finny and goes, let's try to catch this one.
And
Okay.
I just turn around and walk.
again, and you hear the dwarf like, gross guest. And the woman stops, and she turns around like almost gracefully. And I say only almost because it's like she's clearly caught by surprise, and it's like.
So she does the whole.
Yeah, exactly. Like, straighten her hair, like make herself presentable. Greetings. You must be the what would you call him? The Drakens of Mirth?
No!
we just have
Hanan, introduce us!
And I play this song of introduction for a new name.
Okay, great.
That was underwhelming.
What was her name again?
Hounds of War.
The Hounds of War.
The Hounds of War. I do apologize. I have.
Contracts and everything.
It's like truly official.
Well, welcome to my humble abode. I do hope that my servants didn't cause you any trouble.
Okay.
Or it seems that Drax had his time with you. I do apologize. I didn't think guests would be coming.
Right.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Javenia, and this friend over here is my companion, Ansha, and she points at the Lucan. And my short friend over there is Doraken.
I have things in my pocket. Oh boy. That's not good.
Again, the Lucan looks up at her, and you can clearly hear that he's trying to whisper, but almost manacled. Like, can I kill them? No, Ansha. No need for all this violence.
I step closer.
So do I.
I guess we all just walk close, right?
Yeah.
I follow whoever's...
Here,
I also follow tentatively.
my fair miss.
Yes.
Are you you're currently commanding a large undead army to attack Toothspire?
Me? No, I could never imagine doing such a thing.
Except, but there's undead creatures in this.
Yes, side projects, nothing more.
And we just clearly saw.
Okay, yeah.
Inside check?
Yeah.
I believe her.
Nah.
Natural 20!
Fjorden goes on. Again, you don't believe her, but she sounds sincere. Liar, pants on fire. 17, you also know that she's lying.
Yeah, no.
9. 5. No, 8 actually.
So, hounds, do we believe her?
No, fuck no.
Yeah, we
Sure.
do. What? No, okay.
The insight 9. So I mean,
Again, you might not necessarily believe her, but
okay.
she sounds convincible. Convincing.
I feel like there's a lot of kind of evidence working against her right now.
Why are you in here? There are 2 statues devoted to, the opposite of necromancy. Why are you practicing necromancy in here? That's
Well, when you're looking for dead people, the crypt tends to be the best place to look.
I mean, that makes perfect sense. I mean,
Yeah.
While they're talking, I'd just like to keep an eye on her if she's casting anything.
Yeah. Sure, make a perception check.
14.
She's clearly doing some weird gestures with her hands behind her back.
oh boy.
That's enough of that, lassie.
You say for some reason.
Lassie sort of
Everybody
stand for women. Never mind. Whatever spell you're casting, you might as well stop now.
Anshel, do your thing.
Well,
initiative.
Yeah, right.
we tried to be nice. Hey!
Right where it got us.
There.
Yeah, but I'll stop that.
There it is.
Alright, yes, perfecto.
2.
2.
The snake again.
Whoa.
Same.
And 2!
Same. Not
Jeg
true.
fik 17.
That's also based over mine. Det er rimelig hurtigt på han.
I think we did the 5.
11. Hvad fik du?
5.
Du fik 5.
Altså 2.
Jeg tror, det er 20.
Ja.
2, Philip.
16.
Det er jo noget. Hvad fik du i? Ja. And the bodies.
18.
Oh boy.
Shit.
I'm so dead, aren't I? I'm so dead.
That's why you're in the back.
I'm still so dead.
Attempt to make a reindeer. Proper reindeer.
No. I will make anything but a ranger just to spite you.
That is the initiative.
A bow-wielding fighter.
Okay.
Yes.
Så kan jeg kaste en spell og angribe på samme tid?
Nej, the spell would be an action.
Oh, that's an action.
That's
That's with medmindre jeg bruger action search, I suppose.
True.
Har du hjælp?
Jamen, den har han også igen.
Nej,
Vi har ikke short restet endnu. Right.
inden vores boss fight.
Jamen, jeg synes vi short rester hele tiden. Right. I will run towards the... Oh, I can leave. Do I have to... Does it take more movement? Or is it just essentially...
It's just a step up.
It's just stairs, okay.
If you have to jump up from all the way up to
Place
the
yourself directly in between everybody.
Yeah, and then I'm stabbing her.
You yell. So you're gonna.
I mean,
Alright.
the dragon has no fear of whatever of tieflings, Lucan, or dwarf things.
I'm looking at floors.
And also not a flaw. I stab at... From the depth of this keep, I stab at the necromancer.
Yes.
Necromances?
No, necromancy.
Oh boy.
It's only sorceress.
That just sounds like a wizard's dress.
Oh boy. 13?
13 hits.
Aha!
Again, she's only wearing some sort of robe.
I figured as much.
Come on, kill everyone straight. That's pretty good.
That's 15 points of damage. I'm an action search on that son bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, baby. Is that the one? Is that how you say it? Baby.
Shot, please.
And that is also very much a hit. And that is 12 points of damage.
Ooh, you almost struck her down in a single, or rather a combo of flurries.
Yay!
And now I'm in trouble. Yes.
Yes, you are in a problem.
Okay. First off, I want all of you to make a strength save, all but Espen.
Haha! What? Oh, strength, my only weakness.
17.
Oh! 17.
18.
17 as well.
22.
All except Jace. You feel the slight tremor beneath the floor tiles, and just these roots sprout up from the ground and try to grasp onto you.
Oh no, double slam.
Again, most of you either avoid them or just like pull yourself free, but Jace, just like grabbed by your hands and feet. You are now restricted.
This is a very hentai-esque scene.
Restricted or restrained?
Restrained.
Okay,
Restrained.
restrained.
I know that's the proper term. I guess.
And what pray tell does restricted do again?
Restrained. Let me see. I have it written down here. Attack and death saves have disadvantage. Attacks against you have advantage, and speed is 0. He can't move now. On your turn, you can make a strength check to like.
Is that my
pull
main
yourself.
action?
What?
Would that be my main action?
No, you would also be able to attack, but let's see.
Okay, because not being able to move is not that much.
Yeah, attacks would have a disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, so it also restrains his arms.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, except that Verify still wouldn't have a disadvantage because I don't roll for that.
That's true.
That's just the spell check.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Okay.
you could maybe argue that if you need your hands to cast a spell, you might
Yeah,
have that,
plus
but you
if it's
find
not,
out.
Yeah.
if it's not even a whole action.
I believe it is somatic, so...
Hmm?
Somatic, that's the moving parts
Yeah.
spell. That was the Lucan who did that. You can see like
That
he
was
has,
the Lucan who did that?
Yeah, like he has these crooked fingers like grinning
Oh boy.
evilly as you do.
Necromancy, that's weird.
The dwarf takes a step back towards Espen, so he gets on the plateau.
Shit.
Again, you see he has this one-handed mace on his side, but he doesn't use that.
Witness! Witness!
Let's see.
We saw it, Nicole. It's so good.
I was supposed to say it again.
It's Fury Road. It's so good.
Fury Rocks.
Okay, as the dwarf's like drawing his weapon, getting ready to fight, you see that he places his hand underneath Espen's jawline, jumps up in the air, taking Espen with him, and then stamps him down onto the plateau, head first. That doesn't actually hurt that much. It's more the necrotic energy he just pulses into your head directly, causing, let's see, that's gonna be 11 points of necrotic damage. People with Arcana can make a check to see what kind of spell that was.
Never mind.
19.
19?
8.
19 as well.
Okay, you two, you know that paladins have this ability called lay on hands, where they can heal people.
It's a reverse.
It seems to be some twisted alteration of this same effect. Again, you just hear this dwarf like, and then he draws his weapon, getting ready to now use that instead.
Wait, so is Espen prone?
No, again, he gets back off.
Oh.
Like again, this was merely for the dramatics.
Okay.
Because it would just be more like
Shit was just being cool, no.
That's a very dramatic 11 damage.
okay, and then it's the tiefling.
I didn't realize things were being cool.
Okay.
I didn't realize things were being cool.
That's gonna be 19 against your AC.
What the hell is she hitting me with?
A spell.
Oh boy.
But doesn't she have a disadvantage, or is
Yeah.
it close range?
Yeah, I have used disadvantage.
Wow.
Both disadvantage as well.
That is a hit. A fine hit.
You take 4 points of necrotic damage,
Ah!
and you are now unable to regain HP until the end of your next turn.
To the end of my next turn. That's bad. That's
You
bad.
see this as a skeletal ghostly hand just clinging on to him.
Oh yeah, that is that icy touch thing.
Chilling touch.
Chilling touch. But
You can distill magic, can't you?
I can. But is it?
I think it would be considered a magical.
It's not. It's not a curse.
No, it's just an effect, after effect of the spell.
Arguably. But I mean, it might not be that relevant. I don't know.
I'm just standing there going,
Kill them! Kill them! Gavinia just yells out. Groundbang.
Alright. Oh shit. Fucking Espen. I shout, Espen! Duck! And I will throw an ice knife at Javinia.
I duck.
Yeah, I mean a ranged spell attack, that's what I do.
Except when people shout duck, the thing you go is, what?
20, there's 23 hits.
Yeah, it just
Alright,
might.
okay. So she takes one, sorry, what's my left?
Irony,
1d10
yeah.
piercing. That's
Oh
10
boy.
piercing damage.
You see how she just is pierced and then hits the altar like, and just falls down there.
Yeah.
Or rather, she just turns limp,
Sure.
still upheld by the.
And then it explodes,
Oh yeah, and they take damage as well.
including you.
Oh boy.
So they all have to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay,
damage.
Unshell doesn't make it. The dwarf makes it.
Okay, it's 8 points of damage.
Oh boy. Dexterity, my only. Wow, shit. That's no good at all.
It might be okay. How's dexterity for you as a saving throw?
Yeah, that's a no. That's a no.
How much did it take?
8 points of damage. But hey,
I accidentally.
I said don't.
I accidentally killed him.
You're technically dead.
No, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm just down.
And then I'll run.
You see that Espen just falls backwards like.
Oh, down the stairs, close to us.
No, he just lands on.
Damn it.
On his arm.
Okay, he's dead. Welcome. And then I will dodge away from the others, maybe moving.
Oh wait, I actually because it's a concentration doesn't make it. Jace, you are now freed from your restraint.
And that's the end of my turn for you.
Alright.
That's pretty good, huh? I mean, except for
the killing you part.
I mean, you got those guys.
I will move over here. I used
The dragon has no fear of self-sacrifice.
Dissonant Whispers again. And that is
On whom?
on the one to the left. I don't know what that is.
Unshell, the Lucan.
Yeah, the Lucan Kobold. No, that's not a thing anymore. Okay.
I think this might be a Lucan Druid.
Okay, good.
Oh, it
Yeah, you would know that this is clearly a druid spell.
Alright.
Cast.
And then we need needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
A druid and a necromancer.
He makes it. So
He makes it.
half damage.
They're a sheep.
Half damage. That's close. 5, 11,
16.
16, yeah. So that's half 6 to 8.
You see how he grabs his ears, like starts to howl. Blood begins to drip from his eye sockets and his nose, and then just falls over.
So I basically whispered melodies at him and he just potentially lied, yeah.
He's never gonna dance again.
Wait, did he die?
He died.
Shit!
Dissonant whispers.
I feel like this is a bit too easy. I say aloud. I'm a bit concerned about this.
And then a chandelier falls on you.
That would be
Dropping a chandelier on my enemy and riding.
and riding.
Lost one man.
Well, that's not the enemies who did that.
Yeah.
The dragon is lost. The dragon is just
So they don't have any kind of.
Wait, the dragon.
They don't have an innate magic resistance. Do they? Okay.
No, this is.
I mean, yes. No, you're
Oh, yeah,
this is
so
in Dragon
you're
Age.
completely immune to magic, just so you know, for when we roll later.
Okay. In that case, sleep is pointless.
Yep.
I will stand here and smack that dwarf in the face.
Yes.
Smack that
Dwarf in the face. Smack that dwarf in the face. Oh
And that would
Oh, no.
11? Doesn't hit.
Right.
Again, you see he has also a shield besides the mace and he just blocks.
And he's wearing what? Some sort of scale mail or something?
It looks like to be some sort of full plate armor.
I'm gonna need that.
You're dead, so you don't know.
It's also he's off.
You could
It's full plate, you have
refit
to
it.
adjust it anyway. So,
Yeah. That's how.
No, fair enough.
Okay.
It's like 1600 gold.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna cast sleep on the dwarf,
Yes.
Yeah.
and that's what 5d8. Okay.
Yes.
8, 7, 15,
Here we go.
6.
21. 22.
Last one. 23. So does he have more than 23 HP left?
Again, you see it starts to turn a bit sluggish.
Like that.
That's good. Well, I mean, it's not good, but it's just an
He's got
anticlimactic way of ending a fight. Just go to sleep. And then stay.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. It's just.
Probably could have been
So it took 23 points of damage and he's still standing.
Yeah, well,
He didn't take the damage though.
No, he didn't take the damage.
Mr. Monk.
Oh, no, I mean, no, nothing happened.
Okay, nothing happened.
It's like if my number exceeds his HP, he goes to sleep.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't.
So here's the thing. Do I feel confident I can do 23 points of damage in one turn?
I mean,
I could do it.
Yeah, you
Go for
definitely
it.
want to go into melee with this guy and watch him take your 3 points of HP away.
Remember, he only has to roll he only has to do 6 points of damage for you to instantly die.
Yeah.
That is very true. That is very, very true. I think I will move 1, 2, 3, and then I will use a dot. Then throw it at him.
So a shuriken, right? Yeah, essentially a shuriken.
It says stars on my sheet.
I will be most.
But yeah, we can say shurikens.
Yeah.
You hit.
Honestly,
You hit
I'm going
spark.
to retire these dice.
What did you roll?
Crit fail.
He just grabs it in the air.
Whoa!
Again, you see he just throws up the shield in the air, grabs the dart, throws it down, and grabs the shield again.
Oh my god, I love this guy.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi.
Why do these fight so sexy characters?
Because your way is so spectacular.
Why do we always? They are so sexy when we fight them.
Alright, that's my turn.
Yes. Now
You couldn't do 23 points of
I
damage.
could have if I had been in
Wait.
Yep, keep it up.
You definitely.
Yep.
Bodies.
Yeah.
Again, you see that the dwarves looks at you, what appears to be a long time, but again, it's mere moments. And then he grabs some sort of emblem he has around his neck.
Of course he does.
This isn't the last time. And then he just fades away.
What?
That's a bit
What?
annoying.
Somebody help Espen.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, this
I mean, I'll walk up kind of in like a normal way. I'm not that. I mean,
yeah.
Can I get my dart back?
There was literally nothing you could
but
do.
how? Didn't you catch it?
Again, then just throw it down to the ground.
And I don't even.
You have been bleeding for quite a while, right?
Can't we just heal him?
Yeah, potentially.
Oh. What? You have been bleeding on the altar.
Fuck.
You start to hear this shriek
I'm gonna use
as a spectre is called forth from the center of the altar. As always, the intro and outro music were by Szesztay, whereas the other pieces were by Kevin MacLeod. Links can be found in the description below. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you again next time in Doraken.